Hey guys! So today I have a celebrity-inspired makeup tutorial that I just haven't seen a lot recently that has inspired me. On New Year's, I went with my family to see American Hustle. It was really good. I do really recommend it if you're looking for a good film to see. It's definitely not for like young audiences, but it's definitely a very unique and interesting storyline. Anywho, that's besides the point. Today's look is based on Amy Adams' makeup in the film. Pretty much right away when I saw her, I love her makeup, and so pretty much throughout the film, I was like, every scene she was in, I was like examining a different aspect of her like eye makeup or whatever to see kind of what she did, and it was different in every scene, but this is what I came up with. Keep in mind it's inspired, not exact. I just use what I had to create a very similar effect. Basically what you want to do is have a very nice charcoaly bluey color is what she had going on that really stood out to me, but then it also has a lot of dimension to it because I did apply a warm eyeliner in the inner rim, so it definitely adds a lot of dimension to have the cools and the warms and really makes your eyes pop. Now my eyes are no Amy Adams, but I did the best I could. That's enough of an intro. Let's go ahead and jump in. If you want to see how to get this look, please stay tuned. Okay, so first you want to apply your base. You kind of want a bronzy color. Actually, this color tattoo, the infamous Badge of the Bronze by Maybelline, is the perfect color for this. So I just put that all over my lids to set up the base for my eyeshadows. The lid had some shine to it, but it wasn't overly frosty, so you want to lay down your matte color over that just to madden up the look before you apply a shimmery color. By the way, I am using all colors from the Naked palette today by Urban Decay, and I'm first taking Buck, just a warm transition color. Oops. Any one you have will do just fine, and I'm just fluffing that all over that base from lash line through the crease. You also want to go ahead and blend out the edges of that to make sure it's nice and soft, because this look is very soft and no harsh lines about it. So blending, I want to go ahead and apply a highlight to clean up the edge. We're going to do that periodically throughout. Just always want your edges to be nice and clean. You can use any highlight you want. You can use Virgin from the Naked palette if you have it, because her highlight might have been shimmery. I actually forgot to really check, but I just used a matte one that I had. So pop that through your crease or your brow bone to clean up the shape of your Buck. Now her lid color, I was torn on whether it was a bronzy color or a peachy color. It kind of varied. I just had to go with a peachier color just to create more contrast with that gunmetal color. So I'm taking Sin by Urban Decay. It's a very dupeable color, but it's just a very shimmery peachy color, and over that matte brown color, it's going to take on a bit more of a deeper tone, a little deeper, and a little maybe taupey because that brown is under it. So I'm just taking that on a flat shader brush and packing that all over my lid, pretty much covering up Buck, but you don't want to really take it through the crease, so Buck will peek out right there. And now we're actually going to go in with our eyeliner because we want a very smoky liner. So we're going to take a few steps to achieve this, and I am using a lot of liners today. I apologize for that, but it was just how I felt would give me the look that she had, or similar to it. First, I'm actually taking a liquid liner because her lash line, it has some definition, but it's definitely very smoked out. So putting this on first will help us to smoke it out. And also, something to keep in mind is you want to move pretty fast with these liner steps just to make it nice and smoky. So I'm taking a brown liner because she did have a certain amount of, it was somewhere between, it wasn't overly warm or overly cool, so I'm mixing a brown and my bluer liner that I'm using. So this is the Earthen Rock Brown Liquid Liner by L'Oreal, and what I'm doing with that is taking a fairly thin line along and then winging it out to create the shape for the eyeshadow. And doing the same on the other eye. They don't have to be exact because, like I said, you are smoking this out, but just get it as close as you can. The liner I'm taking over it is a beautiful navy color. This is Neutrogena's Nourishing Eyeliner in Twilight Blue. As you can see, it's just a smoky blue navy type color. and it's automatic with a smudger on the back, which is very convenient because we are smudging it out a lot. So I'm pretty much placing this over everywhere that I put that brown liner. Feel free to go liberal with it because you are smoking it out. And I'm going to take the smudger on the back, and when you're smudging this, you want to smudge into your eyeshadow, not outwards, because you're trying to create a certain shape. So if you go outwards, that just makes a mess. Just apply that as much as you need. We'll come back to this product later, but we're going to finish up on the top now. The color I am placing over that is a very similar color. It's Gunmetal by Urban Decay, which is a very blue-toned, mid-tone like gray. Very perfect for what Amy had on. So I'm taking that with a pencil brush and applying that over everywhere we put the liner, and what, again, like with smudging the liner, I'm pulling it inwards as I apply it. And I'm starting on the wing because I want that to be the most dramatic. So I'm starting there and pulling in and then putting a little more on over the lash line and blending it upwards. You're also going to want to go ahead and smoke that out with your blending brush. I did feel like that color had gone too far inwards, so what I did was I went in with Sin again and I packed it starting on the inner bit and moving it kind of outwards. So just like how we applied Gunmetal from the outwards moving in, and now we're applying this from the inward moving out, and it's going to create a really nice blend and keeps the inner part light and the outer part darker. Next we moved on to the lower. Now the liner I'm using once again is the Twilight Blue, and we're going to take that right along that lash line, pretty much all the way to where the lashes end, and then connecting up to the top. And this time we're not going to smoke out the smudger because her look wasn't quite as smudgy down there. Still smudgy, but not as much. So I'm going to go straight in with a pencil brush and Gunmetal and just apply that right over it. It's not going to look very soft, but that's okay. We're going to smoke it out. So I applied it and then went in with my blending brush and really smoked it out. The softer the better, really, so I really went to town, but you can pick and choose. If you want more defined line, don't smoke it out as much. If you want it to look softer and more airbrushed, smoke it out a lot. I went ahead and added some Sin to the inner corner. Her inner corner is quite highlighted, so adding that color there is perfect. For your waterline, it's up to you what you want to do. Her waterline definitely did not look nude or white, and now of course that's up to you if you want to do a nude or white, but if you're recreating this, you want a warmer waterline. Now it might have just been her natural waterline with some pinky tones, but I decided to take it one step further and apply a warm brown there. This is Prestige's waterproof eyeliner in Teakwood. It's a really nice thing for this step because it doesn't look overly dark or smoky, but it really adds a nice sparkle to your eyes and really brings them out. And before I moved on to mascara, I cleaned up the shape of my eye. So once again, went in with my highlight color. And the brush I took it on is an angled brush, which is perfect because I'm starting down here to clean up that shape. You don't want a sharp line to your eyeshadow, but you want it to be fairly even, and also making sure they're even on both sides. So I'm just taking it like that and then smoothing it over the top just to highlight everything and really blend out that shape nicely. The last step is of course mascara. Her lashes are not huge or anything, so no need for falsies. I'm just applying a nice coat of my Maybelline The Rocket to both top and bottom lashes. Moving on to the rest of the face. For her blush, it looked like either a bronzy or peachy color. I wasn't quite sure. I decided to just go ahead and use my bronzer, so I took the bronzer that I use on my face with a blush brush to get a more intense application, and I started from the back of my cheeks and blended it inwards. You can apply quite a lot of this. She had a very intense bronzy warm tone to her cheek. Her lips, like the eyes, it varied throughout, but it was basically a super glossy mid-tone lip. So sometimes it looked peachier, sometimes it looked mauve-y. I didn't have a color exactly like her, so I decided to just combine two different colors to get my own customized lip color. I'm taking the NYX Lipliner in Prune. I've been using it a lot recently. It's just a plummy color, a little darker than her lip, but when I apply the glossy color over it, it does tone down a little. So just line and fill in your lips with that if you're using the same products as me. And then I'm going to go in with one of my color elixirs. These are perfect for this because her lips are so glossy, and these are as well. This is the peachy color in Captivating Carnation, and I love the combination over this mauve tone. It just warms it up a little, adds a lot of gloss, and makes it a little bit lighter. So just pop that all over and your look is done. Okay, so that is my completed Amy Adams American Hustle themed look. It has a lot of steps, but the overall look is very wearable and very flattering. So I highly recommend trying it out. I know a lot of you probably have the Naked palette, so it's very easy. If you haven't seen American Hustle, I do recommend it. That and Saving Mr. Banks are two movies I saw over break that I really enjoyed. If you like this look, be sure to like it to let me know. Also subscribe to see more from me. Talk to you all very soon. Have a great day. Bye.
Tripping in the bathroom, bloodstains, ball gowns, trashing the hotel rooms, we don't care. We're driving Cadillacs in our dreams, but everybody's like crystal, Maybach, diamonds on your timepiece.